This is your host, Professor Arif Herekar. Uh, I'm basically a professor of neurology, but today we'll be talking about my passion for traveling. Today, I'll be taking you over to a very remote and a beautiful country, island country called New Zealand. It is the last sizable territory suitable for habitation to be populated and settled, and lies more than 1,000 uh, miles southeast of Australia, its nearest neighbor, of course. This is a huge island country, but I'll be talking about one of the beautiful towns of New Zealand called Queenstown. And this Queenstown sits on the shores of the South Island's Lake Wakatipu, set against the dramatic Southern Alps. Renowned for the adventure sports, it's also a base for exploring the region's wine gardens and historic mining towns. What I did mainly was jet boating, and that's very important and very popular here, on the Shotover and Dart rivers. In winters, of course, you can do skiing from the slopes of the remarkable Coronat Peak, the Coronat Peak where I paraglided from. So I got a scenic ride in the Ionic Skyline gondola. That's what I did, and took in the stunning views as I rode the steepest cable car lift in the southern hemisphere. I was amazed at the facility provided. The Skylines complex is wheelchair friendly. It's very important, and welcome guests in wheelchairs or with any support and catered for. They were able to slow or even stop the gondolas if need be. The amazing hospitality. They were able to help a guest in a wheelchair, as I could see, and to be lifted out of the chair into the gondola. So when I went, I was carried 480 meters above Queenstown and Lake Wakatipu to the top of Bob's Peak, where I enjoyed a spectacular 220-degree panoramic view, breathtaking views of the Coronat Peak, the remarkables Walter and Cecil Peak, and of course Queenstown. When I got to the top, I enjoyed the spectacular view, like I said, and I was in a restaurant where I had my meals, took rides in the training luge, refueled the sumptuous buffet lunch or dinner, and I enjoyed in the Stratosphere restaurant. Now, coming to the Dart River adventures, we were offered two unique experiences with journeying through some of the most phenomenal landscapes has to offer. Travel into the beautiful Mount Aspiring National Park and marveled at the spectacular scenery, crystal clear water, of course, and hidden natural treasures, many of which were inaccessible by other means. Our expert guide were incredibly passionate about connecting visitors and with the natural environment and sharing the rich heritage of UNESCO World Heritage Area. Of course, authentic hospitality was always there. Experience the untouched natural wonderland, which is unique to Dart River adventures, as you can see. So a spectacular 2-hour jet boat ride was the highlight of the Dart River Wilderness Safari from Glenorchy. Glenorchy is one of the beautiful towns. During this half-day tour with the naturalist guide, we ventured into Glenorchy, gateway to the World Heritage listed Mount Aspiring National Park. Now surrounded by the awe-inspiring peaks and hidden valleys, we twisted and turned down the glacier-fed Dart. Now the Dart or the jet boat ride is exhilarating on the Dart River, and it admired the beauty of the UNESCO World Heritage, like I said, Mount Aspiring National Park. On a guided natural walk, learned a lot about the unique vegetation and wildlife with our expert naturalist guide. I was able to do a tandem paragliding, took off from one of the highest peaks, like I said, available in Queenstown, and this was the Coronat Peak. This was a great paragliding experience. Flew with an extremely experienced guide for an aerial view of Queenstown and the surrounding countryside, including Coronat Peak. The flying time was 15 minutes. It was absolutely amazing. Enjoyed the scenic drive up to the Coronat Peak. Of course, we had to go up after I was picked up from the hotel by the paraglider. The transport up to the ski field in return was all included in our package. When I took off, I got a full briefing for my paragliding activity. This takeoff is higher than the regular summer takeoff and allows for extra swoops and turns. If you wish to take off from higher but want a gentle scenic flight that I took, this would take off as you like. Breathtaking views over the Wakatipu area with Queenstown Lake Wakatipu. Of course, the remarkable Arrowtown, the Gib, and everything else. Lake Wakatipu was another beautiful thing that I enjoyed. An inland lake, Finger Lake as they call it, in the South Island of New Zealand. It is in the southwest corner of Otago region near its boundary with Southland. With a length of over 80 kilometers, it is New Zealand's longest lake and at almost 112 square miles its largest. The lake is also very deep, its flow being below sea level with a maximum depth of 380 meters. It has an altitude of 310 meters. The general topography, as you look, is like N-shape or dogleg. The Dark River that I was floating on in the boat flows into the northern end. The lake then runs south for 30 kilometers before turning abruptly to the east. Hope you have enjoyed this short video on this beautiful island country called New Zealand. If you have, do subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so. Write a little comment or a note under the video on the YouTube, and if you think it was worth it, press the like icon. Thank you.